how to create a 3D noise effect in Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop CC220. You can use 219, 218, etc. First thing to do is go to the filter menu and noise and add noise. I'm using it to the max. Click OK. And you can apply it more than once. So you can create quite interesting noise that way. What I'm going to want to do now is I could go to the filter menu and apply oil paint, but I'm going to go for blur. So blur menu and Gaussian blur. Don't create too high, just a low blur to create a sort of blurry noise. But I want some streaks. So a good way of doing that is filter menu and then go down to stylize and wind. I'm going to use stagger, and also I'm using left. You could of course use right. Click OK. And apply it a couple of times. The result, a lovely sort of beautiful painterly effect. You can zoom in, of course, and look at it a bit better. Maybe use the navigator. But I'm going to make that slightly more colourful because I'm going to go to the image menu and you can use adjustments such as vibrance. Each of their own, of course. You could maybe go to black and white or hue and saturation, maybe make it all green or blue. So image menu, adjustments and vibrance. You can then see a fairly garish, painterly-like effect. You can use the zoom tool to zoom in and see that slightly better. But what you can then do is you can take that design, that noise, and you can add it into a depth map. 3D menu, new mesh from layer, and go to the depth map from plane. Takes a few seconds to process. You'll get a lovely 3D design now, 3D noise. Key panels here, window menu, and go for 3D and properties, because you probably find you have to change the color. I always find it always seems to generate a very dark design. What you can do, you can rotate it around. You can also slide the 3D design towards, and now it wobbles backwards and forwards. Never seem to be able to get it nicely come out, but it does backwards and forwards. So once you've got it there, so you've got it fully in your document, you can then go over, if you wish, go over to the 3D, and for some weird reason it suddenly doesn't display the 3D controls anymore. There they are again. And you can change like the infinite light. Go down there. And then you can go to properties and use maybe some of the presets to change the lighting. There's a number of them. And you could go through them, try them out. Some work better than others. And you can also modify the intensity and colour, etc. And you can manipulate the 3D design in a few more ways if you want to apply other things as well. Go to layer menu and flatten. I don't want to do any more 3D work. And then what you can do, you can apply filters. You can apply the wind again if you wish. I mean, sometimes it's quite nice to go to apply the same filters like wind, blur, etc., and then go back into the 3D. And you can create some really interesting designs just by repeating the action 2 or 3 times. Sometimes works better than others, like with oil paint. But you can also use various things like autotone. May produce something you like. Or maybe go to turn it into black and white. So image menu adjustments and black and white. and then you can tweak the red, yellows and greens, etc. to bring out the 3D noise. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Please subscribe to the Graphic Extras channel, always adding new tutorials about Photoshop, Illustrator and many others. Please add some comments, always appreciated, a dislike or like. Thank you much.